Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. There have been series and series of warning over the issue of the arresting Sunday Adeyemo, Chief Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho, over what took place in Igangan, Ibarapa local government area of Oyo State, where Miyetti allies blowing very hot. They're making stringent demands over this matter, and a lot of well-meaning Nigerians are saying, please, decorum, diplomacy needs to be applied here. Don't forget that Sunday Adeyemo, Chief Sunday Adeyemo, is being seen as a human rights activist and is being seen and loved by a whole lot of the Yorubas in Southwest. So demanding for arrest of Adeyemo, Sunday Adeyemo, is tantamount to another dimension of crisis that we don't need right now. But before we go to the news proper to find out what it is that Miyetti is demanding straight away over this matter, I'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, according to Sahara reporters, the Seriki Fulani of Oyo State, Alhaji Saliu Abdul Kadri, on Saturday said none of his children was killed in the alleged attack by youth on his Igangan settlement. Well, the same Sahara reporters also learned on Saturday evening that the attack on Seriki's house happened shortly after a pro-Oduduwa Republic agitator, that Sunday Igboho, and his men left Igangan. The Saraki, however, told Sahara reporters that his children and first wife sustained gunshot injuries and were responding to treatment at an undisclosed hospital. Meanwhile, the chairman of the state chapter of Miyetti Cattle Breeders of Nigeria, Alhaji Ibrahim Jiji, on Saturday urged the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, that's GSM, Governor Seyi Makinde, to walk his talk by ensuring that Igboho is arrested. The Fulani leader said Makinde should consider Fulani people as his children, saying Yoruba people are doing well in other parts of the country and are not being intimidated. According to him, many Fulani people in the north are now afraid to visit the southwest, especially the southwestern state, for fear of being attacked. I quote him now, so we want government to arrest Igboho now. He is no more powerful than the whole country. We want Makinde to consider us as part of his children. We also voted him in 2019 and we want him to extend his hand of fellowship to us. Many of the affected people cannot recognize their family roots in the north again, which means they've been there from since inception, since they were born, so they can't even trace their family roots anymore. So they're more like Oyo citizens. But let's continue anyway. He said many of the affected people cannot trace or recognize their family roots in the north again. In fact, many of them have not gone to their villages before. We are ready to work with Oyo State. We are ready to work with Oyo State government to maintain peace and order, he said. Igboho had given Fulani people in Ibarapa area a 7-day ultimatum to leave the area owing to the worsening insecurity there, which has been blamed on Fulani herdsmen. The attack on the leader of the Fulani community in the state came after the ultimatum. Wow, but let's just quickly feel before we go into full analysis, let's quickly feel the pulse of Nigerians. There's some statement I saw here that caught my attention. I would like us to hear what Nigerians are saying concerning this very quickly. This one here is saying Nigeria would have been more peaceful if good luck had continued presiding over the country in 2015. This one here is saying, though I have a feeling that a ride with Sunday Igboho may end up being a ride on the back of a tiger. But first things first, arrest Bello Abdullahi Badejo, the chief of Miyetti, before looking in the direction of Sunday Igboho. Badejo sometimes say some words. A lot of times say some words that you begin to wonder, is this not hate speech? Like saying some words credited to him some days back, where he said all forests belongs to Miyetti Fulani herdsmen, that they've been occupying it for 250 years. Those are very, very insightful statements. When you begin to say that, then you begin to tell others, Southwesterners or Southerners general, to begin to guard their forest. If you are saying that the forest is Fulani herdsmen's, in as much as we have any grazing route where our cows can eat, then those places belong to us. You begin to make indigenes of some states to begin not want to have you around, because you'll be scared that if you are claiming the forest, tomorrow you are going to claim that settlement. So such statements, if you are looking for peace, which I am really envisaging, we should please live in peace. If you consider saying that, nobody will be comfortable with such statement. I'm just being very objective and very factual. You can't be saying that somebody gives you accommodation, say, okay, as tenant or as a squatter, stay with me, and tomorrow you're saying, I give that in Jali, this is my house. I'm squatting you and you want to chase me out of my house. I will chase you out first. You can't come and chase me out of my house and expect me to be telling you, please, in my house. You are my tenant and you want to drive me out of my own house? No way. I'd rather drive you. I'll give you quick notice for you to leave my house. So it's only normal. So such statement is quite indicting. Is insightful. But let's continue anyway with what this young man is saying. This one here is saying Fulani herdsmen must humble themselves in their host communities like Igbo traders do in remotest parts of the country. Very true. You see an Igbo man like this, he will have one small kiosk. Everybody, Oga, good morning, everybody's Oga. Oga, good morning. He's selling his trade. Everybody is his client. And that's the way to go to live in peace. Just remember, these guys are your host community. Let's continue. So furthermore, since President Muhammad Buhari has decided not to give legacies to leaders of Miyetti as former president usually did, he should find an alternative way to bypass these leaders and rein in the herdsmen in the field. Miyetti should understand that this is a digital age and not a horse riding and sword swinging age. When Usman Danfodio held sway, time has changed. These Miyetti guys, they carry guns. They themselves are not using sword. They are also using AK. They're using AK-47. So don't go there. Let's not pray for that anyway. This one here is saying, I just hope this doesn't lead to another civil war. The Fulanis are too troublesome to be around sane people. No country survives two civil war. Don't forget, Nigeria had one in 1967 thereabout. Another one is going to crumble the whole of the nation. So whatever, all parties involved should sue for peace. We should find a way around this, and this is the best time, if you ask me. If there's anything to be done right now, I think it's the best time to begin to think of restructuring if we still want to stay as well. Because if you see the list of evidences that these guys brought out in Igangan, although they said no, it was not true, they brought out evidence of ransom being paid, evidences of pictures of how they were being captured. It's a terrible one. Honestly, nobody who will see all those and the victims of the dead and they will not be happy. Honestly, nobody is happy. So let's call a spade and leave sentiment out of this. If we need to do the right thing, let's look at it diplomatically, and see how we can forge around this. But don't forget that tensions are already rising, and demanding for the arrest of Sunday Adeyemo, aka Sunday Igboho, Chief Sunday Igboho, is tantamount to saying the Yorubas should begin to see. That quickly reminds me of the days of Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The days of Sowore. There was a time, I think 2 years ago thereabout, where if you just put SOW in Google, it will give you Sowore straight, because Sowore was #1 trending. Same thing happened to Nnamdi Kanu. If you begin to go through this and try to arrest them, the Yoruba nations will rise. So that's when you begin to know that there's some persons also who fancy the idea of what Adeyemo, that's Sunday Igboho, is doing. It will shock you how many Nigerians, not just Yoruba, how many Nigerians are in support of what Sunday Adeyemo is doing. So this kind of thing, you cannot deny the fact that some of these things they are alleging is true. So play around it, find diplomacy, find a level playing ground, and let's see how we can forge ahead so that we don't go into another civil war. But saying that you want to claim that arrest. If you want to do arrest, there are a lot of arrests they should do. All those who have been saying, like Bodejo, who have been saying so many things, nobody has actually, except for Junaid Mohammed, who had actually spoken in recent time anyway, saying that those statements are quite insightful, that they are insightful. Everybody just looks as if what Bodejo is saying is normal. Those are quite annoying words. So all parties should hold their people in check, and let's see how we can play around this, and let there be no more kidnapping, and let there be peace in the country. That's what we're going to wrap it up. Let's meet in the comment section. What's your take on the fact that they are demanding